Divine greetings, masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni welcoming you all to Meditation English group. And very warm welcome, masters. Thank you so much for joining. I'm very, very grateful to all the masters, to all the meditators who are present here today. Thank you for sharing your precious time, space, and energy, masters. So, requesting everyone to join your hands. Let us close our eyes to give our gratitude to the masters. Let us give them our regards. Let us thank them and pray to them. So, with great respects and regards to all the masters from all the divine realms, from all the ascended realms, masters who are the Param Guru Mandali masters, Saptarishi Mandal masters, the Siddhas, teachers, healers, mentors, and gurus, and our great Grand Master, Pitamaha, Brahmarishi, Patri Sir, Mahavtar Babaji, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Father Universe, Sun, Moon, and constellations. Dear Masters, we are very, very thankful and grateful for each and every blessing that you have given us. Thank you for showering your blessings, your grace on each and every one of us. So far, you have given us each and everything in our lives, and we always welcome that, and we always are very, very grateful for each and every blessing. We ask and pray to you to help us align with the soul plan and soul purpose, and also help us to know our truth. May we speak our truth, may we get to know our truth, may we be authentic with ourselves and with others. And also, we ask you and we request you to help us connect with your consciousness, the divine wisdom and knowledge that you got. May we also get the same, and may we walk the path of truth, honesty, unconditional love, compassion, and kindness. Thank you so much, Masters. Keep us in alignment with your blessings and your grace. Keep us under your protection and guidance. Thank you so much, Master. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So, without further ado, also letting you all know that today we are having Neeraja Erraguntla ji, and Erraguntla. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Neeraja ji. So, I can't see you. Yeah, now I can see you. But so, Master, today at this time we have Neeraja ji here with us, who is today going to talk about the middle way and also the Buddhist realms. So we are going to talk about that. But just to let you all know, as such, you have you already know her. She's been coming here, sharing the classes, sessions, and wisdom sharing sessions also, as I told you. But now, let me tell you, she's to
Madhuji, there's a break
that
in
is
your
like a
on your
girl and
side.
boy. Just got what is
Madhuji, your
happening?
voice is breaking up. Your voice is breaking up.
Okay, 1 second. Is it better now?
Now it's better. Yes.
Yeah. Is that okay now?
Yes.
Yeah. So Neeraja ji is from Austin, Texas, Masters, and she is a mother of two beautiful children, a boy and a girl, and they are definitely adults. The girl is married now, and also when coming back to Neeraja ji, she's also a professional as well as she is a diplomat, in the toxicology department, and also she is helping. It's kind of a scientist thing, but also, Masters, she is working remotely for Washington DC, and lot of other things that she takes care of. She is a survivor, I would say, and it takes recently she had gone to Kailash Mansarovar, and that was a a great feat, I would say, that she achieved. despite of her health challenges, but keeping the positive mindset. She handled everything so well, and she was the only one person from her group that was able to go to Kailash Mansarovar. Not only that, we also met Nirja ji in Mount Shasta, where we were all together, and she has come so far, definitely despite of her lot many challenges that she had faced, and keeping her positive spirit, and definitely inspiring so many people. Whoever she is with, she inspires them, master. I personally, when I see her, she has taken a lot of things on her shoulders. The health has definitely had been giving her a challenge, but then coming out of all those challenges, that is who Nirja ji is. So I'm so proud and so happy to share this center stage with her, I would say. So thank you so much, Nirja ji. It was very very awesome to know you, and it is still, I will always cherish that this wonderful, you know your friend, as a
Thank
friend, how you are with me. So thank you so much. And so here she is, masters, Nirja Erraguntla ji. And please do, if I make a mistake in this
No,
sharing her name or pronouncing her name, I'm so sorry. But yeah, go ahead,
no,
Nirja
no
ji.
worries.
Welcome and all the very
Thank
best.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Madhuji. Dhanyavad, everybody. Atmavandan. I learned that term here on this group, on this platform. So for my personal journey, I was recovering from my breast cancer thing when I, by accident, came across Madhuji's link. And I would say that my healing process was so much better because I was every day listening to such positive discussions, positive thoughts, the group meditation, the Sangha Sangatya, and then coming out of that, and instead of asking me why me, it has been a very good, it might be my soul plan. We never know. And sometimes we always feel that there are people who are more better off than us. There are people who are not as better than us. So again, it's a middle way. You get what you have and you learn to accept it gracefully. So it hasn't been easy, some of the challenges, but I do appreciate all the support and help. So with that, Madhuji asked me if I can do the middle way, and I I really like it. So again, just like Zubia ji was saying yesterday and other masters were saying, it feels like in a way universe was telling me you need to adopt the middle way. And so this is a message for me too. I used some slides because I made some slides because some of the concepts not in this session, in this
Mm-hmm.
section, but in the second one, the realms was a little too abstract. So I thought it was helpful for me to understand some of those concepts were new. So in the second one, if I make any mistakes, and there are much more learned people in this group than me and Madhuji, so please chime in there. But this is the middle way is from the chapter. It's from Buddhism 101 by the author Arni Kozak. And it really brings up this thing of how to be in this middle way. And even in my work, as a scientist, we try to go to the middle way because it's not always the extremes that are there that we have to learn to come in this middle way. So with that, I made just a few slides just to help the path. And what is the middle way, if you want to ask, is that Siddhartha Gautama, and as he was later, he became the Buddha, he discovered that it is not the extreme, that extreme luxury that he was born into, or that extreme self denial that he was doing for himself. He was going through such hard penance that those two were not the way to freedom. He wanted to understand the truth, but he realized that in the process, it is the middle way that is more balanced, that you should not be in that indulgence path when you are in that extreme luxurious life as a prince, or to that extreme asceticism that he was going, as he starved himself even from eating, to he became like bare bones. And the author goes into description of a lot of how much he deprived himself, but that both of them did not help him. He was at the point of death nearly when he came across this thing, and we'll talk about it in the next one. And it is that balance before that you want to look between those two. And if you look at if you look at it beyond, if you look at even Mahabharata, when we look at it in Bhagavad Gita, God tells us, when things go really good, don't become over happy. And when things go down, don't become depressed. And that being in that middle thing, being able to experience both the joys and the sufferings or your hardships is the way to go. And somebody had told me like that. I'm just giving an analogy. At least for me, I feel like there is some connection between all these different philosophies and different testaments that we have.
And
We talk
yeah,
about the five senses, and how you need to be the charioteer, like Krishna was a charioteer, to kind of rein them in and keep them in balance. So the middle path is a very practical philosophy that will work for everybody. That we are not just talking about a theory, but how do you live in the middle path, and that your daily things that you do, they should be in guiding your thoughts, your actions, and all your habits, because those are going to guide towards clarity and peace. The extremes, both the high and the low, are not going to give you that clarity that you need for outmost in the end for peace. So that is the basis that became of Buddhism, and that has become like the cornerstone of this entire teaching. And even that middle way is one which has given rise to the Noble Eightfold Path that we have been talking about. So, what were the two extremes that we had, that Buddha had? One was, as we talked about from the time we started this discourse, is that he was a prince, extremely sheltered life. He never saw any suffering. He was always surrounded by pleasures and comforts, extremely wealthy life, but none of them gave him the true lasting fulfillment or true understanding. So he did not find that peace and did not end the suffering. Again, we're kind of reiterating some of these points because it's so important about the balance that we talk about. This extreme asceticism that he went 7 years of real brutal self denial in terms of food. He slept outside in the elements. He completely deprived himself of everything, because they said he thought that by controlling that external things that he can control his internal. There were days when he ate only a grain of rice per day, and he just slept out in the cold, heat, wind. He didn't he tried to endure all that. And then, despite all this, even though he starved himself to death, his ribs were showing and everything, the suffering did not end. He did not understand the truth, and he was still having cravings. So that's when what happens is that at that stage, when he is almost dying, this girl from the village, a village girl called Sujata, she offers Siddharth at that time, because that was his name, Siddharth Gautam. She offered some rice pudding, rice porridge, when he was almost near death. And he decided to break that vow. Like, he thought that this is an ascetic vow. That's how people were there, the people that he met on his path, that they were all doing this. And he broke that vow and he accepted that food. And he thought that he broke the vow, but what happened was that resulted in a new beginning. Suddenly he was getting some strength, and he became very mindful of every gesture he was doing, every thought, every breath. And he was really awakened by that. And then he noticed that by being in that middle, by taking, it's not again going, indulging in that extreme food or anything, but just being in that middle awareness, you know that you can control your cravings and you're not caught on to them, because, as they say, what you resist will persist. And that has helped him cross over these sufferings. So in this process, as he was sitting in this, when he had that moment of awakening that it's okay to break that vow. And instead of going into death, he was able to awake himself. He found this huge connectedness. He found that the fruits were connected to the trees were connected to the earth to the sky, to the rain, and he saw everything as an unbroken web. Everything was connected. He also understood that change is going to happen and everything will change, and that you should not fear the change. And if you fear the change, then that is called dukkha or suffering. So the truth that is that it is nothing is permanent in the universe. All things are related, and that by accepting that impermanence of things, that things are going to change, you will understand and accept that and bring peace to yourself. As he was recovering, he also became very deeply aware of everything. We talk of this mindfulness in every moment. So he lived every single moment. He became aware of what he ate, what he walked, when he walked, when he was able to transform his routine, everyday routine, into a practice of being mindful for what it is and being grateful for that. So on that night of awakening, he kind of sat under the tree. He sat under the people tree, and he decided to take a vow of not to rise until he found what he was seeking. And so as he was sitting there, the temptations kept coming to him. And in this case, the Buddhism, they talk of this metaphor for called Mara, which is basically a metaphor for desire and fear. So they send these beautiful visions, armies, everything to tempt him and distract him from his path of concentration. However, in the book, they talk about where he touches Mother Earth to make that connection, and he overcome the desire, both the desire and the fear, that he was not perturbed by them, he was not affected by them, and he was able to not get distracted. And that's when, in the deep meditation stage, in step 3, he gets transformed. And if you can think of it visually, all these attacks by this metaphor Mara that were coming over to him transformed into like this flower petals that were falling from the sky to as they were seeing this transformation. So, as I was telling, he touched the earth as witness, and that's when he became Buddha, the awakened one. So this is a transformation process, a 4-step transformation process of him taking that vow to sit under the tree, overcoming the temptations that were coming at him, going through his meditation and transforming the Mara's attacks into flower petals, leading to awakening. And when we often do this meditation, we hear Madhuji and others talking to, take these things and transform them into this alchemy, like to turn them into beautiful things. And so that kind of transformation he was talking about. So this has become one thing that really kind of resonated with me was about this middle path. From that middle path came the Noble Eightfold Path, in which you talk about the right view, the right resolve, the right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentrations. But what was that really struck a chord with me was in all of these eightfold path, you need to find the middle way. So you shouldn't become so rigid in your thinking. I was listening to other videos also on this middle way and how to interpret it, and what it did is that you should not get caught on to everything to the extent that you're taking it again to that indulgence. You need to find a balance. You need to find that middle way in each of these 8 paths. So the right view and right resolve will help in understanding reality clearly and being committed to the path. And those come under the wisdom. For ethical conduct, he talks about the right speech, the right action, and the right livelihood. He says to live with integrity and compassion is what is thought on how to be on this ethical conduct. That you want to speak, even if you want to say no, maybe you not have to be harsh, but you can, we talked about this, where you can be able to say something, but you say it in a way that it doesn't hurt somebody, and that you can uh, try to live in this right action and right livelihood that is full of integrity, but also compassion. And then for that mental discipline that we need to overcome is that right effort and right mindfulness and right concentration. These things will help you build your mental discipline because you need that. Thoughts are going to keep coming. And if you get caught onto the thought, then you're not going to lose that concentration. So sometimes when thoughts come, they say, don't give them too much of attention. Treat them as those guests who will come and leave, but don't get caught onto them. And from your side, you make your effort to make it right, to be mindful, and with the right effort and concentration, so that you, like any other thing, you go to the gymnasium, you go to the gym to practice meditation. Also, you need training. You need to be able to sit through that. You'll feel uncomfortable and all that. We all are learning to be able to train our mind that it is okay to feel that, your leg falls asleep, your thoughts keep coming, but it's okay to go through that. And in addition, we always concentrate on the somebody's making noise outside, there's a lawnmower that is going, there's a dog that is barking, but then we also need to be mindful of our inner chatter that is there in our mind. So both inner and outer, inner is sometimes very subtle, and those thoughts are like that constant chatter that we shouldn't get caught onto. So Buddhism talks about these 8 practices that you need to work together, and they are like a wheel. So you talk about like the spokes of this wheel that we have, this bicycle wheel that we have, and that each one will support the other, and each one will help us go on that noble path. Again, for every one of them, we want to choose the middle path and not try to go into extremes. There are a couple of quotes that the author has included, which are very beautiful. So I didn't try to redo those, and that I just will read them. That moderate effort over a long time is important, no matter what you're trying to do. One brings failure on oneself by working extremely hard at the beginning, attempting to do much, and then giving it up all after a short time. It's a quote from Dalai Lama, and it basically talks about the essence of middle way. You see that with balance, you need sustainability. If you have this burst of sprints, it look good, you'll be so excited initially, but if you overdo it, like I need to sit for meditation no matter what happens, even if you're not feeling well, and then taking it to that extreme, maybe after that get burnout, and then you will not be able to complete. Rather than that, he says you have to discipline yourself, do moderate efforts, but it's for the long haul, not for the short term burst. There was one more big takeaway that I thought was important, was that to summarize this whole thing is that we talked about this uh, two extremes, indulgence and deprivation, and that you want to have control over them. Think of it like the weighing balance that we see, that you need to weigh things and try to be able to balance the good and the bad, and don't go for this in the pursuit of perfection that you lose what you're doing, but if you do it for the long haul. And that just being mindful and compassionate even with yourself, like you don't be so hard on yourself or harsh on yourself that these thoughts are coming, I cannot do. Often when you tell people that you're meditating, they'll say, I don't know how you do it, I cannot do meditation. They kind of start with that. But we need to be compassionate with others who say that, acknowledge, yes, that is one of the challenges, and then we extend compassion to ourselves and to others. And we talked about this yesterday's session too, that this is not going to happen in one day or by just practicing quickly for a month or something and expecting. Again, it is for the long haul. And you just don't check them out and say each of those eightfold, but you practice them. You mindfully practice every one of them in every single chore, in every single thing that we do. If we practice it and live with that intention and awareness, then this eightfold path will become part of our life. So I was thinking that based on this session, what can we talk about our own extremes? And all of us are guilty. Sometimes we're trying to go to work or we're trying to do something at home, and we notice that we can swing from this very happy thing to we get angry very quickly, and then it becomes you become calm. Um, Situations are not going to be different. It is how you react to them. Maybe this will help us not reacting as much. So maybe in our own life, we want to catch ourselves when we have an outburst or something. It's okay as long as you bring it back. It's like that stone that we throw into the pond. If you throw it really hard, the ripples will happen and it'll take a longer time for it to settle. But if you throw it gently, maybe the ups and downs will be there, but slowly you'll come back to that balance. And then sometimes the moderate effort might sound boring. Maybe it is not as glamorous or slow. I'm meditating. Somebody says, I'm meditating for 2, 3 days, and are you not able to do? So don't compare. You have to be your own control. You have to kind of see what you can do. Maybe for your case, there's a rule of thumb that says, based on how your health, your things, what is your effort, moderate effort look like for you. It could be different for you and it could be different for me because of our current circumstances and our past samskaras and karmas that come. And then the concept of impermanence, that, things are going to change. Maybe the child that used to not leave you at all and cling to you now doesn't want to talk to you. There could be some things that were very easily done before, and it might take a longer time for you to do. So, how would you balance that? How would you accept? I mean, the concept of people say, I don't want to tell my age because I don't want to tell how old I am. I used to be one of them. Now I'm happily saying I'm 60 years old. I turned 60. So it is going to come whether we like or not. We're going to change. Our face is going to change. Our body is going to change. And so if we accept that, nothing is permanent. Even if you're a king that's the whole thing that came to Buddha, that we are all going to grow old, but can you grow gracefully? And that will help us. And some things might not be good today, but that might change tomorrow. And that thing of all is well, it'll come back. um, Concentrate on your of trying to hold in Sai Baba's book. He talks about Kabir, talking about, like, he tells his um, teacher, I'm so scared of this life. Like, I feel like I'm going in this chakli thing, that, life is holding me. And Kabir's teacher tells him, it's him, so Guru tells him that hold on to that middle stick kind of thing with faith and patience, saburi and shraddha. So you know that this is there, but once you have that faith, it will help you overcome that. So that's all I had for this portion, Madhuji. I know that was the
Yeah.
realms thing is.
Yeah, up to you. But yeah, it's like a, oh my God, it's such a beautiful way that you have explained. Amazing. Within a
Thank you.
short period of time, it was, lot of effort, I would say, but pretty slides and the pretty, you spoke so nicely, so, elegantly, just
Thank you.
like
Thank you.
Rani ji or Komal ji or anyone who came, and even yesterday's session, Zubia ji. So everyone, you all did a wonderful job, masters.
Yeah.
It's like amazing to see you all, and very beautiful indeed. I would say that it actually reminded me of my own self, when you were reading. the middle way. So I was continuously, this is my personal thing. But anyhow,
You thank
I would share that later. But if you want to go ahead with quick review of the Buddhist realms, if you want to, I'm not sure. What do you want to
yeah.
do at this time? You tell me.
That was a little tough chapter for me.
Okay, no
But I
problem.
understood and I made notes because then it helped me break up what it was. So I can
Mm.
show what I did because
No,
I had
it's
to
okay. Don't worry. I think this much is good enough. We can
yeah.
do it later, or I can do it some other time.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Maybe we'll do it. Yeah, Raniji wants to share something, and so let's take hands, masters, and then we can go timely, into meditation. But yeah, it is like wonderful way. Yes, Raniji, go ahead.
Neeraja, what an amazing way of explaining it.
Oh, thank
Mm.
you.
So easy and practical. You picked very good examples, just to the point. You
Thank you.
kept
Thank
it
you. I
Yeah.
very
need it.
nice. Awesome. Awesome. I just have one question. I'm not sure if I understood that because I don't know much about, his story. Um, so when he sat under the tree and he was starving, and then somebody offered him the rice pudding, what was his realization then? Like he realized that, you know, not eating is not the way to
No.
understand the meaning of suffering. I'm not clear about that. If
He
you could
was
just,
Yeah.
yeah, explain
My
that
take
part.
Would
on that is that he was so deprived that that it brought him back some life and is able to think clearly. And that is or Madhuji, go ahead. Um,
Yeah, no, no, it's good. I would like to hear from you as well. But I think I don't know where I read this. So this was the story that when he was doing this penance under the Bodhi tree, or when he was actually going through the penance at being a Aztec. So what he started doing was he was also uh, you know, to make him not hungry. Basically, what he used to do was he would drink mud. He would drink mud. He
yeah,
used to
it's
do
in this
that.
book. Actually, I
Yeah,
read.
it's in this book itself, right? So I don't know because I've so much
Yeah,
from here and there that I totally forgot
yeah.
from where I have read. So that is what is written. See, I am not Buddha at this time. Like, I might be a Buddha of some kind, but I haven't lived his life, right? So I don't know what went through at that time, but whatever I read, I'm saying I'm in that state of Buddhahood too, but it is my life in my own way with my own things. But at that time, Buddha, when he was financing, so he actually so the craving of food when he was feeling hungry, he used to drink mud. That is what is written. And then next thing was he would not eat. And so there are certain rules of Buddhism that you would just taste the salt, just to have that salty feeling that you are not deprived of salt, but then you are not going to eat the in the during the lunchtime they have to eat something, but then in the evening time they cannot eat anything, so they would just have some salt or something like that. That was the thing. But when he used to drink mud, later on what he started doing was he would also, because if that is also not okay, he would also eat the feces of
Yeah, that
himself.
was there. I
It
did
was
not
like
know whether to
yeah,
that they
his
said in that
his
that he
own
But
his
what was the point of doing all that?
Okay,
I'm
the
just trying to
point is
understand that.
everything, whatever is up there, like even like yesterday when Zubia ji was also saying, so the clouds are coming, the water is pouring down from the clouds, the rain, it goes down into Mother Earth, then again it turns into vapor and then it goes up and then again. So this cycle is continuously happening. Who
Mhm.
we came from, like we are in the form of a mud, basically dirt. We are dirt. Once we die, that is what happens to us, right? So that is what
Matter,
he
yeah.
understood. That is what he understood, that everything has to go back to earth. Then from
Mm,
earth, it again comes back and we take rebirth and all those things happen.
mm.
So in many other books, that what I have understood is that in Thinking and Destiny also, it is also written. I'm not trying to go and take you all to Thinking and Destiny because this is Buddhism, the one that we are reading about. But to add on to this is that in Thinking and Destiny by Harold Walden Percival and Benoni Gattel, so they have mentioned that even on the layers of earth, the deeper layers of earth, there is life that exists. Okay, there are many things that exist. Even whatever you eat, it has light. okay? And whatever you poop out is also light. And that poop, when goes onto the grains, you actually spread the fertilizer, right? That also carries light particles. So when the grain is being, again harvested, taken by you, there's some portion of light that goes into your mouth with that fertilizer, whatever it is. So Buddha was like, okay, so he took it to extremes basically. He took it to extremes that, okay, it's okay, I need to just, let go of this hunger, but this hunger does not die. I still feel a lot of desires. I still have so many things that are going on in me, going within me. So that was what was giving him a lot of challenges. But then, when looking at his body, the skeleton body was coming out basically. So, and he was dying of hunger. He was dying of everything because he was sick because of he was eating his poop also, right? So now what is that? Like how now when I tell you about how tantrics do it, have you ever heard the stories of tantrics, aghors? So that is what they will also do. They will do. So I have read and have seen, like in Varanasi also, or in many places where these aghori pujas are done or tantric rituals are done. So what they do is they go and sit on the dead bodies to pray, and then they eat also, and they eat the poop also. I don't know what not, but I can't even just say. But I have read, and it is very like. Uh, I
So he
can't
was
just say
also
it to be.
trying to do that,
Yeah. So
like
that
the
means
black
no,
magic kind.
no, not dark magic. But then many other things are in Buddhism also. There are that is another part that I'll share some other time. But at this time, so he was going into extreme. So when this extreme happened, he later on understood that I should not go into extreme. Sujata was the lady who actually offered him the rice porridge. So at that time, he was not in that condition to even hold himself. So she gave her that, and she gave Buddha that rice porridge, took care of him, and after that only he survived. So then later he understood that I should not go to extremes, because if I want to attain that asceticism, or I want to attain some knowledge, I want to attain Buddhahood or enlightenment, I need to follow the path, middle way, right?
Oh, I get it now. So not getting into extreme to even
Yes.
find out any realization
But
also,
that
you
is
have to
how
be
he
in
reached.
balanced and middle way.
But
Okay.
that is how he reached to all these understanding. So this is what I wanted to share at this time. So when I was continuously working on our group, Light and Soul meditation group, morning, evening, continuously, and not basically I had to take care of my life, I have to take care of my family, my children, many other things which I don't share. It looks very easy, but I don't share, and I only share with very, very few people, and they know it. But the point is, so when that happened, it had been like continuous disagreements. Many things were not okay with my family. Many things were like they would judge me, they would criticize me, they would think that I'm not working. But the point is, uh, keeping it so far had been very, very challenging. It was not easy, but
Mm,
keeping it together like a manager, I had been managing everything so beautifully that I am, no one appreciates, it doesn't matter, but I know what I have been doing. So in
mm,
my heart and mind, when I go and sleep on the bed, I feel that I have done a perfect job. Whatever I have done, it is like commendable, and even the messages that came to me. So now what started happening, it was getting a toll on my body also. So and there were many other things that were going behind the scenes which no one knew. Many other psychic attacks happening, many other things happening. People did not like that I am, as a lady, I'm doing this. And maybe for certain men also, they feel like, coming from a woman,
mm.
it's hurting their ego. And that is also what's happening. People would come here, they would see me just to have, oh, who is she? They would come and see me, who is that person, for once or twice they will say, oh, we want to learn, and so, making fun of me, whatever, doesn't matter to me. You come here, and I understand why they are here. The point is, for how long I'm going to hide behind so many things? I cannot hide myself. The point is, they need to understand, it is their eyes, what they are looking. I am not portraying that. I'm not offering them that kind of appearance or that body. I'm just a spiritual teacher, master, and they should actually respect that. But for them, maybe for many people, whatever they see with their eye is very, very different. And I don't want to go into all those things. But the point is, keeping it to myself, being very graceful, and also following the middle path. Message came that now, because if you want to continue further, it will be very difficult. The things will start becoming challenging, because the more you become more and more elevated, the attacks will also go more, that also happened. So because you have to take care of yourself, you have to take care of family, they won't understand. And that also happened. Nobody understood. Like in my family, they'll say, okay, she has to do it. It's just like the passing time or something. So I said, because I don't earn money, that's why you guys say like that. This is my work. This is what I do, and this is what I enjoy, and this is my peace time. This is my me time. Take it or leave it. I really don't care about it. That is where I stood firm every day, morning, evening, determined. And then one day the message came, Madhu, you have to take rest also. So I started taking rest. That's why from last November, I took this into my, stride, that I need to take rest from Saturday, Sunday. Hindi classes, definitely. So the two classes, like many people, they do 21 days, 41 days, and then they stop, or they do some Purnima meditations for Akhand Dhyan, something, something. But going all throughout the year is not easy.
Easy.
It is not easy. It takes your energy. It takes your time away. It takes that time that I spend with you all. It is my money energy, you know everything is your energy. What is energy? I'm spending my time.
Mm.
I could have made something else out of that, because if I'm a creator, I'm self-sustainable. And that is what Buddha was. He was also self-sustainable, but he understood later, when he started making mistakes and he was just going to die. So he
Mm.
took that into his stride, and he understood, okay, this is the way I need to continue. I need to take care of myself, but I need to follow the middle path. So let every spiritual person, if they are serving, they will understand that if I need to go for, like, continue further for many years, we need to take rest. We need to have at least some time for ourselves. We need to smile. We need to have our own self there. Definitely, when we are, becoming more elevated, what happens is, when we start ascending, our own journey will actually tell you that there are no friends. You have no time for friends. People will judge you. Even your friends will judge you. They will say, they will make fun of you. And on top of that, everything was there. People
Mm.
who were working with me, they stabbed my back. I would say, they, I understood. But then the point was, see, for a spiritual master also, there are certain abilities that are given to them. So somewhere, you pin and point, okay, this is where I feel my intuition is saying that this person is not okay. Something is going on with them. And I understood that. But certain times, things, so what they did was, this is the truth. I'm just sharing the truth, whatever the truth is. So they started blocking my third eye. They started blocking my intuition. They started, sending attacks to my body. Many things. I had headaches. I had, and so if somebody comes to know that today I have a headache, oh, she's a master. How come she has a headache? Because people are manipulating things behind, and they would say that, oh, she's a master, but she's going through that, and they would take my name that she is doing something. No, I'm not doing something in this lifetime. I don't know anything related to all this tantrism, anything, nothing. I don't know. Only my soul remembers what I went through. So I remember from that time, like how Hanumanji had to be made, like, reminded, okay, that this is how the superpowers you got, and you can use it. You can use it. But for me, I only understood that I have many other powers. Only the power that I, maybe in my past lifetimes, I must have done so and so, whatever. And so maybe this is the karma that I am repenting or something. So masters told me, for a time, you have to, uh, you know, go through this karma. So I was like, why, if I'm not doing anything, why I'm still having all these problems or challenges? So then the answer came. When I asked, the masters meditated and asked. So they again said, for a while you have to go through, because until you, burn your karmas. So once your karmas are burnt, then you won't have all those things. That means exhaustion will happen. And it actually was into my body, like my body would pain, all those things will happen. So then I understood why Patriji was having a lot of pain in his body. And when I went to meet him, the massager who was giving the massage on Patri sir's body was doing such a tremendous massage that it would actually hurt you, the way, like pressured massage when I saw him on his body. So my question was, how come Patri sir is like given that much massage and he's such a frail body, at that time? So why he was able to have, like, he was able to be, like, he was okay with that massage? It was like very, like, if that person who was giving the massage, if he does that on our body, we would be like, we will say, ooh and ah, and don't do that, it pains, it hurts. But seeing Patri sir in my, like, when I was sitting there in front of her, and the massager was giving the massage on his body, feet and hands and body, I was like, oh my God, it's like killing him. It's like killing Patri sir, but it's not. He was like very nicely, he was sleeping without anything, without saying ooh and ah, nothing. The point was, because his body was paining, because he was having lot of pain from, when he meet people, he would attract that pain in his body. So that is why I also understood why we are having pain in our body, because I am able to absorb the pain of the people. So it had been very challenging healing my own self at that time, and giving that healing sessions to people, telling them, okay, do this, do that. Why? Because I knew how to heal myself. And that is why Buddha also understood how one can attain enlightenment, but going through the middle way, middle path. So, understanding from my own journey. So, for him, there were like people who were like Mara in his life, who were actually giving him that hard time. And that is very, very difficult to understand. But when you take that lifetime, I mean, when you take that story and learn about him, you will find your own self standing there as if you have become Buddha. And so, Rani ji, I would say that maybe you might have felt in some instances that you were also that Buddha, that you have to go through with the karmics in your life to exhaust that karma. And until that karma is exhausted, you are not free. Suffering is there for everyone, for me, you, or Neerja ji. We all have been there, done that, healed ourselves, and then we actually stood up again, and then we rose, and then we walked again, because we in ourselves are a fighter. We all are fighters. And that is what. So the light warriors will always shine, masters. Never let that light die in you, because it will be very challenging. Mark my words. But if you stand there, if you are determined, disciplined, no one can, make you lose. You are victorious in your own self. You don't need to explain it to anyone. And I stopped people pleasing. I stopped doing this and that, many other things. So my friends, they don't like it, but deal with it. That's what. That's what. And I have been
And
through.
that's what happens in our life too, right? Sometimes we get called in so many different things. We want to be that, we want to go and attend all that, but we want the meditation also. So, and at some point you have to choose. Like we tell a kid, don't eat too many chocolates because it's going to get your tummy is going to hurt or something. But in the end, it is like we have to take a balance thing every time. You cannot to that, just an example of that thing, for that Kailash thing, what Madhuji was saying, we started out as a group of 20 or 22 people with
Yeah,
two guides.
that was
And
amazing.
then the others were so strong. They were saying that they ran marathons, they went to Machu Picchu, they went to all this. And anytime, every 2000 feet, they asked us to acclimatize, because by the time you come to Kailash, it is 17,000 feet. And
Yeah.
just as a contrast, you're starting in Nepal at 5,000 feet. So I'm having some heart condition, and I just got diagnosed at that time. And everybody would tell me, poor Neerja, she's there, and I was never having any health problems before. But the few people who took rests and we said we'll be like the turtle, we'll come slow. We took our walking sticks and everything, and we
Slow is
said,
good. Slow is good. No,
but so it is that I feel like even in my life, sometimes even at we're trying to balance a career, kids, you want them in all their activities. And as a new parent, in the US at least, we try to
Very
overdo.
difficult. Yeah, we
Oh
We
my
want
God,
overdo.
tell me
to,
about it,
we
Neeraja.
want
And I
to do.
felt like I had this guilty even after overdoing everything every night. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not good enough. I did not do this.
Yeah,
No,
And with
but
no
then, but
help, mind is no help. When we come
yeah.
from India, we have so much of expectation. But let's not go there. That's my
Yeah.
pain point.
So, but
yeah,
that
so
middle path, I think, is so relevant
no,
for
but
us as
then one
mothers and
one thing
parents.
was so positive about Nirja ji here is she asked me that I have this and this. Madhuji, now what to do about it? I said, just be positive and think that your heart is very healthy, happy, and everything will be fine, and you will reach there. Just make that focus. Have that focus in your mind, and always remember that your heart is working efficiently, right, Nirja ji? And
Yes,
what
you did
else?
say
So
that.
I
We
think,
were
and
talking
all the
during
time. Yeah, just because your subconscious mind does not know about all this, and why feed that all that junk to your subconscious mind? Tell that I am not okay. Just say you are all okay, happy, healthy, and the doctor is coming. And I don't know, Neerja ji, how you did it, but congratulations. I didn't I say that?
Yes, yes, you said that. I kept thinking of that every single time. And then I went for my 2 year visit. She says, you have a very pronounced murmur. I don't know how you did it. Normally, it is not
Wonderful.
possible
And
because now
who was
there
the most?
now
I was so happy that she was the only one who made it that far. Just
uh,
imagine
there
that
were
all to
other
do.
people, but the
Other
others
people,
were in
yeah.
the group.
Yeah,
They
who
had
were so
cut.
healthy they could not. So
They
that's what
many
the
of them
point
had
is.
to be airlifted because their
Oh, wow.
oxygen levels went down to 39. I mean,
Yeah.
they were like so.
Anyway, masters, the
Yeah,
point is
so
this is so, so beautiful to understand that we in ourselves are like, if we make up our mind, we can turn many things into our favor. So alchemizing all our situations into that flower petals, into what you want out of your life and thinking about it. So your mind power is very, very important to know that your mind is a very powerful tool. Use it for the betterment, use it for your own self. And definitely that's why I certain times say that I don't like manipulating situation, but certain time when nothing is nothing can be done and you really want to live a good life, certain times you can manipulate your own life, meaning thinking about it in a good way, and that is very, very important. So are you sharing some
um,
screen?
yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just showing you what I did, but we'll pick it up next time. But
Okay.
I had to write it down for myself because I was feeling it was too abstract. And so this was more for my notes that I was doing. And they
Nirja
talk
ji,
about, but we
Nirja
can
ji.
share it next time.
Yes.
We can read a little more and do it at some
Let's
other
not go
time.
into that because
Yeah,
it will and again
this is
take too
getting
much
little.
time.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I know in a short notice you have, prepared the slide very beautifully, and you have shared in such a beautiful, excellent way that, I don't have any more words to say, but yeah, it is wonderful, amazing. But also, masters, I would say, uh, I don't want to say that. So let me not say it. It's okay. I had something in my mind, but then I just stopped myself. Certain things are
Say
better
it,
kept.
Madhuji.
No, certain things are better kept secret. That is also good. Maybe the time will come, and I'll share. Definitely, I'll share. I'm not that person that I don't share. I'm very transparent. I'm very, very transparent. And you would know when I'm not feeling okay. You would know when I'm not liking certain things. I'll
Oh,
say
I
on
know it.
Yeah.
I'll say on your face. I'll say on your face. I'm not that blunt though, but I would say.
That's good
Anyway,
confidence. Yeah.
Mm.
No,
yeah.
this is
No,
good.
I was not that confident,
Yeah.
Nirja ji. It only happened because meditation gave me that confidence. And now when I understood how and like so much, I have gone through so much. And when I understood that, you have to fight for your own self within your own family, outside of your family, with your family, everything. And
Every
then
day. Yeah.
every
Every
day.
day.
And then the point is, it feels like, am I the only person? Am I the one who is fighting? No, I'm not fighting. But then I have been put so like given so much on my I have maybe I took it as a soul on my shoulder that I am gonna do it. And that's why this was my soul plan. This is my soul plan, not was, is. Anyway, let it go. We'll
No,
come back to this later.
you created a beautiful platform and empowered so many of us, men, women. So thank you. We
Yes.
definitely,
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you.
Madhuji.
No, but
definitely.
I want everyone to speak. I want everyone to get out of your own shell, and I want to take that into your own hands because life is definitely to be rejoiced and to be lived happily. For how long are you going to kill yourself and say, okay, let me do that later because my family needs this and that? No, first you take care of yourself, because this is what I learned from my own life, that you have to take care of yourself first. First you come, like in the aeroplane example, you have to give the mask to your own self, the oxygen mask, then to your anyone who is beside you, even your children. So first yourself, and then later on. It's not selfishness, because if you are better, you will take care of everyone around you in a much better way. So taking that in my stride, and now let us. I'm gonna pause myself now. You take over, Neeraji. Would you like to give meditation?
Sure. I'll just
Mm.
switch off my light. I'll just be back.
Okay. So masters, let's take our position, and we are going to, you know, sit cross-legged, clasping our hands and fingers. And Nirja ji is going to share the meditation, but I'm gonna share the music with you all, okay? Drink some water if you want to. So Nirja ji, 45 minutes, can you do that? 40 minutes?
30, 30 minutes, maybe my dogs will start getting antsy after that.
Okay, okay.
So I wrote a small script to help me. So I'll just follow that.
Sure.
So as Madhuji said, please close your eyes, clasp your fingers gently. And I kind of wrote a small script with Buddha-inspired meditation prompts. So just center yourself. Let your breath settle in. Take a deep breath to the count of 4. Hold for 4. And exhale for the count of 6. Repeat it a couple of times at your own pace. A deep inhale to the count of 4. Hold for the count of 4. And a long exhale to the count of 6 or even 8. Let your breath settle in. Like a still pond that reflects the sky. Let your mind become that stillness. If you're sitting and your feet are touching the floor, feel that ground beneath you. Imagine that the earth is holding you with the same compassion that Buddha offered to all beings. As you allow your breath to settle, with each inhale, invite calmness. And with each exhale, release anything that does not serve you. Just be mindful of the moment. Notice this moment as it is. There is no need to change it. Just observe. Let thoughts come, drift by like the clouds. But you are untouched. You are like the vast sky, open, untouched, and pure. When you catch yourself catching to your thoughts, remember that you can always return to your breath, because your breath is your anchor, your refuge. If you want, you can say, "May I be peaceful. I am safe. I am free. I am peace." Just imagine that you're putting all your worries on a lotus and letting it float away gently on a soft stream, on a gentle stream. Don't try to control. Learn to trust the natural rhythm of your breath. Let life unfold as it is. Feel the lightness that comes when you just let go. I am. I am peace. I am love. I am joy. Remember that the middle way teaches that there is no need for perfection or deprivation. The balance over the extremes will bring lasting peace and understanding. By becoming deeply mindful of our own thoughts and actions, we can naturally extend this compassion to ourselves and to others. Remember that the Eightfold Path is not a checklist for us to complete. It is a daily, lifelong practice of living with intention, awareness, compassion, and love. Remember that all things are interconnected. They're interrelated. The fruit to the tree to earth to sky. This is what Siddharth saw. Everything in this existence is connected in an unbroken web. Take a deep breath. Accept the fact that everything changes. Impermanence is universal. When we accept the fact that everything changes, then we'll not be fearful. Because if we don't, then with every change comes a new fear. And with every fear comes becomes dukkha, the suffering. What you were fearful will also change. So why fear that change? When you're mindful of every moment, as you go through your daily routine, how you eat, how you walk, how you sleep, in those everyday mundane routine, be mindful. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami, Dharmam Sangam Gacchami. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in the Buddha, in the possibility of awakening that lies within every one of us. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in the Dharma, in the teachings that show us how to live with clarity, compassion, and wisdom. Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. I take refuge in the Sangha, in the community that supports, guides, and walks with us on the path. So these 3 lines, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. These are not a prayer to an external power. These are a commitment, a reminder that peace begins with our own mind, that wisdom goes with practice, and that we never walk the path alone. Today, as we recite these words, let's try to reconnect with our intention to live with kindness, to see clearly, and to act with compassion in every moment. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. try to be in the middle way. We know that things are interconnected. We know that everything changes. And so, with that, don't fear the change. Don't let fear come to get you. Slowly come into your body consciousness. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Slowly come into body consciousness. And at your own pace, place your palms gently on your eye. And at the count of 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, gently open your eyes underneath your palms.
Thank you so much, Neeraja ji. It was a very wonderful meditation. Amazing. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Very
you.
beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. It had been a very wonderful class today, just like yesterday, day before yesterday. Whoever took it, it was so amazing. And
Definitely.
you also did a very wonderful job at the middle way that you explained very nicely. Thank you so much. And the meditation was so powerful, very nice.
Thank you. My dog was a little bit barking, so that's why I brought you all back to consciousness. I didn't want that to disturb you all.
Mm, It was so nice. It's a very good meditation. So within that 30 minutes also, um, we actually had a good meditation, energetic meditation. Thank you so much, masters. If there are like anyone, I mean to say, I'm like not in my senses at this
Yeah.
time. If you guys have any questions, so please do raise your hand or anything that you want to share. We would love to hear from you. How was the class for you all? And let us know. So thank you so much, everyone. Anyone wishes to share any experiences of yours, masters? Yeah, go ahead, Sheelamji.
Thank you all. Say some nice feedback. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the opportunity, Majudi. It's like every day we are learning some more from each other.
Yes, definitely. Yes, Sheelamji, go ahead, please.
Vandan to all.
Vandan, Sheelamji.
And it was really a beautiful session because it really realized that middle path is so important. We try to do extreme and we get exhausted and they say we can't continue and we try to give up. Not realizing that, if we stick onto the middle path, it keeps us sustained and helps us to encourage to continue. It was very beautifully explained, Neeraja.
Thank you.
Part of what you said, and really hats off to you for the challenges you faced. Very inspiring fact. And Madhuji's encouragement, I'm sure, would have brought much more strength and inspiration.
Yes, it felt like never expected. I was thinking, okay, I'll be one of those people who'll come back. So I'm grateful. I don't know when the opportunity will come, but
That's why wherever I am, I know it's sometimes difficult to, attend the session, but I never want to miss it. So I just carry on and try to make use of it because I know I can hear the recording, but nothing like hearing live session.
yes.
So
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Madhuji, and thank you, Neeraja.
No,
Thank you so much.
thank you. No,
Very simple.
Thank you.
It was really encouraging. Thank you.
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, Sheelamji. Thank you so much, Master. Anybody wishes to share any experiences that you got? If you have, do share it, Masters. It would mean so much to Nirja and definitely it will also help her and encourage her. And Zoom user, may I know what's your name? I think you joined in the last, Can you tell me your name, Master? Please do unmute yourself. Asha ji, yeah.
आत्मवंदन। आज मैं वीडियो नहीं ओपन कर सकती। आत्मवंदन मधु जी, नीरजा जी बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से आपने बताया भी और ध्यान भी बहुत अच्छा किया। ग्रेटिट्यूड 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 नीरजा जी।
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Asha ji.
And apologies if my dogs sometimes they don't want to leave me. They'll sit at my feet even if I tell them to go outside. But
No,
then
that's what they don't need to. And animals, they also like this
Yeah.
meditative energy. Nirja ji, your light is still off. If you can
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Thank you so much, Asha ji. And mm, thank you so much again. Yeah. So, Anshuman ji, you can unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Anshuman ji.
Yeah. Namaste, Neeraja. A very nice session today, and the first time I am listening to your session, and very profound teachings, and also I like the meditation and the
Thank
path. The middle path is actually very important. Uh, we need to have this equanimity wherein we are even-minded all the time, not extreme emotions also. Similarly, moderation in everything, be it rightful eating or adequate rest, because all the time we are always on the move or doing something with some objective or goals. So
Yeah.
we need to avoid the extremes and choose balance. Again, very, very important learning from Buddha. And too much work leads to stress. Similarly, too much comfort leads to laziness or delay or procrastination. So when we are in the middle path, we live with discipline and we enjoy life without attachment. So certainly, I think it is a very important teaching. And again, excessive joy or deep sorrow, that also has to be avoided. Even yogis, they say that we should be always calm and composed in whatever we do. So again, deep teachings, we have to embody and implement those learnings. And again, gratitude to you for your efforts and putting it all together for all of
No,
us.
thank you so much. It's like you become when you are practice. I think when we are trying to give, when we also become more humble to understand because you have to explain it. So, and then all of us, as we go, we learn through knowingly or unknowingly. You try to do extremes. You want the best food. You want the best thing. We multitask, and so we are not even enjoying what is there because we're doing three different things or four different things at the same time. So I think enjoying and being mindful and being not expecting, not having too many expectations is the middle way, and try to enjoy with what we have.
Well, actually, always we aim for excellence, but when we are in the middle path, it is not mediocrity, it is a conscious balance. So I think important. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you so much. I've learned so much from you every time and all the masters who are here. So um, I remember when
Thank
we
you so
were
much, Anshuman ji. Yes, go ahead.
when we were
Nirja ji.
young, they should teach us when we were young in one of those things about that Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami. So that thing was coming in my mind all, and so
No, it was a very beautiful meditation, Nirja ji, and very peaceful indeed, no doubt about it. And even the class was also the wisdom sharing was so, excellent, I would say. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you. So thank you,
Thank you,
Anshuman ji. Thank you
everybody.
so much, and
Yes.
thank you, everyone. It was really, really a wonderful class today as well. And it's, amazing to know that among us, we have so many diamonds that have come up and shared their wisdom, shared their classes. So today, I would say that yes, we are celebrating Vesak, and which is also the Buddha's week, actually, not Vesak month. Definitely, Buddhist people do celebrate Vesak month related to Buddha, wearing clothes, white clothes, venerating Buddha with flowers, and having that vow of, going through non-violence and not killing any animals. Um, be it, whether they are meditating or walking on the grass, the point is not to kill. If you if you can't see and you're treading on that path, and you're not meaning to kill anybody, basically, by your path, also by keeping your foot on the grass also, right? Just trying to make you all understand that living that life and taking the middle path is very, very important in every sector, wherever you are, to go and do this, you know in your own journey, in your own way, however you can do it. Just committing to that particular path is very, very important. So it's not like having, or like as I said earlier also, not going to the extremes. Yeah, doing something moderately so that you can go far and help everyone if you want to, right? Anyhow, masters, thank you so much. So let's see what comes tomorrow. Haven't thought about it, but we'll see tomorrow. Till then, may we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant, masters. Take care, stay blessed, and stay happy. And thank you so much, Neeraja ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Good night, everybody. Atmavandan.
Yeah, good night, everyone. Take care. We'll meet tomorrow.
Great.